Hello and welcome back to some more Football Manager 2021 and part 3 of the FIFA World Cup 2030 with England in England. And today we have the FIFA World Cup quarter-final match against Chile and a potential semi-final match if we can get through that. In the last episode we had two very impressive performances against Colombia and France, putting both of them out, and now we're taking on Chile. So let's get... Sorry about that. In club news, we have been offered the job by Leon. I have delayed it. We will be looking at that, hopefully, after the World Cup to see whether it's something that we want to do. So, this is the team that I've picked for today. We've got Ramsdale in goal with Alexander-Arnold, Harewood, Tomori and Chilwell in defence. We've then got Lee Ripuli and Foden in the middle with Simmons and Jordan starting wide of Reyes and Rashford up top. So, Chile should be a team that we're beating, you know, if we're brutally honest about it. We're at Wembley again, so let's go and try and do this. We're going to point the finger again, because that seemed to work in the last two matches that we played. But come on, England, let's do this. I want to see good performances from John Reyes. I want to see a top performance from Marcus Rashford. Jamie Jordan has been a bit disappointing as well. Here's Foden, gets it into the middle. Simmons with a header, and it's in! Brian Simmons scores, and what a header that is from him. He seems to be very good with his head. He has scored a lot of goals with his noggin, and once again, getting up there. And, I mean, the goalkeeper should be a bit disappointed about that, but we're not going to complain. His heading is 11. Well, there you go. But he just seems to score a ridiculous quantity of goals with his head. But we're 1-0 up, and that's a great start for us. Holland have beaten Ireland 3-0. Jamaica's run in the World Cup is over. They were beaten in extra time 3-0 by Argentina. Italy have beaten Spain as well. Brazil beat Wales, so there's, you know... we are the last home nation hope. Simmons gets it in and Marcus Rashford scores, but I think it might be offside, is it? I'm not sure. Maybe not. Maybe not. Marcus Rashford scores, and it is 2-0 to England. And this, you know, will really set us up nicely for the semi-final, I think, if we can, you know, play at this sort of standard. It's very, very strong so far. So 2-0 going into half-time. And again, you know, it's absolutely rattling by is this World Cup. Hands in pockets, you might be winning. But all of that could change if you're not good lads in the second half. So here we go. Again, John Reyes, anonymous at the moment. Jamie Jordan, again, not doing a lot. The old Villa boys letting us down at the moment. Here's Foden on the ball. It's cleared now. Here's Marcus Rashford. What can he do with it? Marcus Rashford still going. And he's still going. Oh, great save by Carabal there. Considering, you know, how poor it was before. Is that a penalty? No. Rashford. Here's Tomori. Rashford again into the middle. Simmons was there. Again waiting with his head. But it didn't quite go in. Here's Diaz to Mendes now. Nope. End of highlight. 65 minutes gone. Yeah, John Reyes is going to come off. We're going to stick Matty Stevens up top. Jamie Jordan's going to come off. We're going to stick Mason Mount, actually. No, Mizuchi. Got it right there. Lee Ripuli has worked pretty hard, bless him. Let's get Mark Maxwell into the middle of the park for this final 25 minutes. So here we go. Hopefully we can get a third. It would be very, very nice if we could. Here's Carabali. What's he going to do? He gets it forward. Header forward now. Matty Stevens on the ball. Can you go and get John Reyes' place? I mean, he's looked more lively than John Reyes there. So, you know, potentially we do drop him for the semi-final. Here's Simmons, loses it. Mark Maxwell on the ball, gets it to Mizuchi now. Mizuchi, here's Foden. Phil Foden now. Into Chilwell. Chilwell to Simmons. Oh, it's in. Was that Brian Simmons again? I think it's offside. I don't know exactly who or what was offside, but I think it was probably somebody else involved. I don't think it was Simmons himself. We're not going to get to see the replay, unfortunately, but here's Matty Stevens, gets it to Alexander-Arnold now, into Maxwell. Arnold, Maxwell, come on, it's Simmons, Mazzucci, Rashford scores, and it's 3-0, and Marcus Rashford showing his quality up top. Potentially we go with him and Mason Greenwood up top in the next match instead of Reyes. But that was really, really good from Simmons and Mazzucci. And Rashford scores, and it's 3-0, and we're very, very comfortably through to the semi-final now. And we can take some confidence, a few days off, and hopefully we're ready, raring to go for that semi-final. So outstretched arms, absolutely fantastic victory. And the dream is still on, lifting the World Cup in England. It is still on. Who are we going to be playing in the semi-final, though? It mustn't be Holland. So let's have a little look. So it's either going to be Romania, Italy. I think Italy are the ones in our half of the draw. So let's have a little look. And it is Italy, the team that we played in the Nations League semi-final last year, I believe. Our past meetings with Italy have gone like this. We've actually had a pretty poor record against them recently. We won in the Euro Cup final in 2024 on penalties, but then lost twice to them, including in the Euro 2028 final. But then we beat them in the semi-final of the Nations League last year. It's first versus second. Essentially, who wins this one is probably going to win the World Cup. So let's see if we can get through to the final, folks. Okay, so just the one change for this semi-final. We've brought in Mason Greenwood up top with Marcus Rashford in place of John Reyes, who has dropped to the bench because, to be honest, he's been anonymous. And there's only so far I can support my favourite player of the save if he's not, living to the standards that I think he should be. Then I'm going to be not very happy. Italy played the day after us. That's why I'm not too bothered playing players that are fairly tired today. Because Italy, are in the same boat. So let's go out there. Let's go and get into the final, boys. Come on. Here's Pellegrini to Salcedo, Tonali, and that's forward. And Chilwell gets it away. Pellegrini to Barella again. On the ball, 0-4. Here's Cangiano. Oh, wow. That was very, very close. And a fun fact I always like to bring out when we're playing Italy is that I was actually offered this job, I think after the 2026 World Cup, but didn't fancy it. But they've turned into a pretty good side as well. And are they going to get one over us today in what I guess would have been a semi-final I would have managed for Italy, but that's a good ball forward. Mason Greenwood off the post. Well, you've got to ask the question, would John Reyes have scored that? And to be honest, I don't even think he'd have been in with an opportunity to score the way he's played in this World Cup so far. I do think he has just been in on his own planet, but that is a goal for Italy. Barella has scored, and that is the first time we have been behind in this World Cup. How can we respond to that? We've got to go attacking. I think we've got to berate the boys as well, because that is against the run of play. We were starting to come into it a little bit. Of course, had the chance with Mason Greenwood, but coming up to half-time, we've sort of gone into our shell a little bit. We've conceded that goal, and Italy are 1-0 up at half-time, and I think we've simply got to make changes. Rashford, unfortunately, has not had a good game, so I'm going to have to turn to John Reyes. Brian Simmons is far too tired to be playing. Scott Walden or Mason Mount. I'm going to go Scott Walden, you know. I just have a funny feeling. It's probably just wind. But anyway, here we go. Come on. Come on, England. Don't take us to the semi-final and then lose. That would be rather unhelpful. But, that was a decent chance. It looped over the top. And, well, here's Donnarumma. Gets it forward. Good tackle from Harewood. Pooley. Now to Alexander-Arnold. To Foden. Now Tomori. All the way back to the goalkeeper. Here's Ramsdale. Boots it forward. Chilwell. Leary Pooley, Chilwell again. Go on, Chilwell, gets it forward. Chilwell again. It's John Reyes, and John Reyes scores. We've woken him up by dropping in, and he actually gets involved in something, and what a finish that is. And it was a great ball over the top from Ben Chilwell. Really, really good, and John Reyes got onto the end of it, left-footed strike, and it's in the back of the net, and it's 1-1, and we are back in it, everybody. Come on. Come on, let's do this. We've got 30 minutes left now to try and win this match. What can we do? Jamie Jordan has given everything. Jadon Sancho is going to come on. I'm going to trust Jadon Sancho. The experience will show, I think. He has Alexander-Arnold, Reyes, Alexander-Arnold again, forward to Scott Walden now. Scott Walden, come on. Walden, Reyes, Walden again. Oh, it's off the post. I don't really know why he shot. There was 3 England players there waiting to score. Here's Foden, gets it in. Oh, it's away by Bastoni. Now here's Harewood, Alexander-Arnold, Chilwell, Alexander-Arnold, Harewood back to Ramsdale now. Harewood, Alexander-Arnold, Walden, that's forward to Mason Greenwood. Oh, well, this feels like it's going to go to extra time. We've got 3 minutes left. I'm going to encourage the boys. I think Leary Pooley has to come off in extra time. I can't remember if you get a 4th substitution in a World Cup match. Oh no, that was a terrible ball. And here's Pellegrini. Italy have won. Italy have won. There's nothing we can do about this. Tactically, what can I do? I suppose move Leary there. Chilwell push up. Alexander-Arnold push up. Complete wing back. Same with Chilwell. Foden. Shadow striker. Oh, I really wanted to win the World Cup, but Italy have scored. Oh, no. And it was a poor ball from Ramsdale, and he is just going to feel sick because Italy just came forward and he did nothing. Ramsdale has had a terrific World Cup, but he's let us down there. And I think that's going to be it. Oh. Well, that is a devastating loss. It really is. I think we were in the ascendancy. That was very much against the run of play. But we're out. We're out of the World Cup. And that is very, very disappointing. It's just not meant to be, obviously. But that was disappointing. That was our most disappointing performance since the very first match of the World Cup, which was against South Korea. And I bet Korea lost in this round, did they? I I think they did. I can't see them there. Where are they? Oh, of course they did. They're up here. Yeah, Ireland beat them. Yeah. Hey. These things happen, I suppose, and it's the end of the 2030 World Cup. Let's end this episode on a positive by finishing third, shall we? Well, I think this will be our last match in charge of England because look at this, a confidence summary of F. I mean, that is fairly harsh, I think, just for getting to the semi-final. But yeah, they're not happy. I think will genuinely be sacked. That was our first defeat as England manager as well, which is a crazy statistic, really, and that could be the defeat that gets us the chop. Although, to be honest with you, I think I might resign. I might resign after this match. Yeah, I might just walk because I do not want it to screw us over. I don't think we'd get sacked in real life for that, personally, but hey, we're giving a few different players a chance in this match. Ones that haven't really played too much of a part of the tournament. The likes of Mizuchi, Scott Walden, Mason Mount has come in. Mark Maxwell in the middle of the park as well. Just to give them a bit of a chance to play in a World Cup. There's no shame in that. And I'm looking forward to a match against Brazil. It's always special at the World Cup, and hopefully we can have a positive result today. That's the plan, and we can finish third and get the bronze medal, and not come out of this a complete failure. But it is gutting to go out in the semi-final, especially with a late goal like that when we win the ascendancy. But that is what can happen in FM. And John Reyes almost scored. Alisson is still in goal for Brazil. That is ridiculous in 2032. But here we go. Mount into the middle. It's away. But yeah, I think potentially our time at England for now comes to an end after this match. So let's have a farewell. I did want to go on to the Euros, but I equally do not want to get sacked. Potentially we just save it. But I quite like the idea of walking, Kevin Keegan style, away from it all. Ramsdale gets it away. Reyes with a header on. Here's Mizuchi now. David Mizuchi scores. And it's 1-0 against Brazil in this third place playoff. Of course, it's the worst match to be involved in because you were both just gutted that you've lost the World Cup, essentially. And yeah, you the last thing you want is to play another game in that World Cup that you can't win anymore. So it's almost the worst game to play. It's the third place playoff, but we're going to give it a good go today, and hopefully we can get the bronze medal, as I say. Ramos, Bastos. Here's Cassiano now. Cassiano bombing forward, great shot, but good save from Ramsdale. Alessandro. Now to Cassiano. Good tackle from Maxwell. Gets it forward now to John Reyes. What a chance this is for John Reyes. Oh, he hits the post. And that is just such a marker of what John Reyes has done this tournament. He's been far too casual. And, I think he thought, well, I've got the golden boot this year again. I'm back to me best. I'm going to rip up the World Cup, and it just hasn't happened, for whatever reason, and I think it's a big disappointment. But Maxwell gets it forward. John Reyes has heard me speaking, but again, just a poor finish, and that is something that we've never associated with John Reyes, poor finishing. He is absolutely lethal in front of goal. And I do just think he took it too lightly this tournament, and that's the way it goes. Declan Rice probably his last international match. I wouldn't be surprised if he retired after this from internationals. So we'll give him his last run out and probably move Maxwell up there. But here he is, Maxwell forward to John Reyes. Oh, and once again misses the target. That's poor. It really is poor. But here we go. 10 minutes left. Surely we're gonna win this. Brazil have really threatened nothing in this match, but then Italy scored a late goal against us in the last match, so let's not put it past them. But 5 minutes added time. Oh my God, it's gonna happen, isn't it? And now we have to play an extra 20 minutes, or 30 minutes, sorry, in added time. Yay! Right, come on, Thrash Arms, not pleased. Right. Declan Rice, swap with Mark Maxwell. Mason Mount can come off. I'm going to stick Matt Whittles on. I don't think we get a second substitution, do we now? So everybody else has played their final match in this World Cup. Yeah, as I say, I'm giving people a chance that will not necessarily get this opportunity again. Sancho into the middle. Mazzucci was there. Ederson now. Here's Fernando on the ball. Fernando pushing forward for Brazil. Oh, good save from Aaron Ramsdale, who, other than that moment that he kicked it to the Italians in the last match, he's had a really good World Cup, and I think has deservedly had the number one goalkeeping spot. But here's David Mazzucci. What a run this is from him. Mazzucci, can he get it in? Oh no, that was disappointing. He's got it back though. Gets it in now, and Whittles is there, and I thought that was going to be it. It's going to go to penalties, isn't it? As an Englishman, you've got to have some sort of penalties in a World Cup. I'd rather it went to penalties than lose. But here's John Reyes. John Reyes gets it forward to Chris Lamb now. Cool. Chris Lamb nearly showed John Reyes how to do it, but just fizzed past the post. Now, here's Reiner. Reiner, over the bar. Unlucky there. Well, half-time and extra time. Start the second half, please. It's Sancho. He gets it in. It's Tomori, and it's over the bar. That was close. That was very, very close. Right, Alessandro. Now to Henrique. To Marquinhos. Now Regis Fernando. Ederson. Oh, just wide. Wow. That was close. Ramsdale gets it forward. Sancho's there. Loses it. Maxwell to Harewood to Rice. Rice gets it forward. John Reyes. No, not going to get in behind, unfortunately. Harewood. Rice. Loses it. Fernando now. Regis Fernando. This is a chance for Brazil. But again, a good save from Ramsdale. Just saving our bacon. And, well, it is going to be penalties. So, Chris Lamb is anxious. So, we're going to have Sancho, Chilwell, Mazzucci, Reyes. Maxwell can take the fifth. Then, Harewood, Rice, Tomori, Ramsdale, and then Chris Lamb and Matt Whittles. So here we go. Try to relax. Be decisive and know where you're putting your penalty. Here we go. Let's see how we get on then. For third place, Jadon Sancho steps up. Scores. Well done, Jadon Sancho. Good goal. Now, Matthias Henrique is going to step up for Brazil and scores. So it's 1-1. Fair play. Here's Chilwell now. Ben Chilwell on probably his final international appearance, and he goes straight down the middle and sticks it in the back of the net. And now here's Cassiano stepping up, the Manchester United player. He steps up. Oh, and it's a save from Ramsdale. 2-1 up in the penalty shootout, as it very often goes for England before we bottle it. Here's Mazzucci. Scores 3-1 to England in the penalty shootout. Luis Magno is now stepping up. Can Ramsdale stop it? No, he can't. He went the wrong way. So 3-2 now. John Reyes, the man I've criticised a lot this tournament, scores. It's 4-2. So if Brazil miss this penalty, we will be the World Cup third placed team. And it's going to be Regis Fernando that steps up here. So can Aaron Ramsdale get his fists out and stop this penalty? Fernando scores. So it's 4-3 now. Now then, can we win the third place playoff here? It's going to be Mark Maxwell who steps up. Not necessarily the best at penalties, but was positive going into it, which is why I picked him. Mark Maxwell steps up and hits the post. Oh, that is so England. That is so England, isn't it? Oh, my word. That was... all you had to do was stick it in the back of the net, or at least on target. Don't hit the post. Right. Edison now steps up for Brazil. Scores. Brazil are going to win this. This is just turned into a disaster of an episode after an excellent performance against Chile. Harewood steps up. Scores. So at least we're not going to lose it right here. We could win it, though. Can Ramsdale get his fists on it? Who's this? Fagner stepping up now. What can Ramsdale do? Ramsdale waiting on the penalty spot. Scores! No, he doesn't. He saves. That's what I'm... Oh, it's been a long day. It's been a long tournament. But we have won on penalties. We have won the world. We haven't won the World Cup. Right, take 3. We are third place. Yes. By the way, I wasn't seriously going to edit that out. You know that, don't you? We finished third place. Woo! Well played. Well played, boys. And I think that is going to be our last match in the England dugout, unfortunately. Concerns raised after World Cup exit. 9 players over 30. Well, they won't play again, will they? Let's have a little look. Performance has gone back to C-, to be fair, so we may not necessarily get sacked. So let's just run with it. If we get sacked, we get sacked. I want to see who wins the World Cup. You hope it's Italy. You always hope it's the team that beat you that win the World Cup. If it ends up being Holland, I'll be annoyed. Nah, it was Italy. 1-0, what a boring match. We would have had a much better match than that. But there you go. We have remained in first position in the World Cup rankings. It'll be interesting to see which squads get rid of their managers. Our biggest underachievers, England. I mean, you've got to be kidding, haven't you? So Jordan Pickford, he's retired. Is anyone else? I don't know. I don't think Jordan Pickford's any good anymore, to be honest with you. So I'm not really bothered that he's called it a day. I'm hoping we don't get sacked here. I would like to have a go at the Euros, I think. Try and build a new, fresh, young team for the Euros. And hey, if we do well at the Euros, have another go at the World Cup in 34. But it's disappointing not to win a home World Cup. It really is. But it looks like we haven't been sacked, which is the main thing. Leon want us again. I suppose we can have a little look at this now. Now that the World Cup's out of the way, we can concentrate on this. Looking at Leon, I think they're a pretty good side. They won the title 2 years ago. They've got a fairly young squad as it goes. I think there's a lot to be said for this Lyon squad. I just don't know whether I fancy it. Funnily, Chucky's in there from the Villa days, but I don't know. I don't think I fancy it. They've got a decent transfer budget, fair enough. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it is. I don't know what it is about them. But let's start negotiations. We'll have a little look. We'll have a little delve into it. 21st of the 7th is when they wanted us to join. 3-year contract. All of that. Club info. They're in a 59,000 seater stadium. Do I want Lyon? I don't know. I really don't know. It looks like none of the nations have got rid of their managers, so that could be a decision maker for me. I don't think anything else is going to come up. I might be wrong. International. Okay, so yeah, fair few actually have come up. France is fine. So Germany and Portugal want new managers. Spain want a new manager. So Mourinho went. Interestingly, was he sacked? No, he resigned. Is he retiring? Maybe he is. Is he retiring? Don't know. So yeah, potentially we'll see a lot more jobs. So I think I'm gonna walk away. That might be a big mistake. Lyon may turn out to be world beaters. I just don't feel like that project feels right. So we will have a new club in the next episode. It's probably not going to be Lyon unless we go forward another season and end up taking the job after that. But yeah, that is where we're going to leave it. Thank you very much for your support over the World Cup. If you've enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for more FM content in the future. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.